Has a teacher ever gotten mad at you for being right? My calculus teacher failed me on a test because I solved the problems using a method he hadn't taught us. When I tried to explain, he said, "See me after class." I assumed he'd hear me out. Instead, he slid my test across his desk and said, "You cheated. Nobody solves differential equations this way without copying." I hadn't cheated. My dad, a mechanical engineer, had shown me shortcuts that weren't in our textbook, methods that engineers use in the real world because they're faster and more efficient. "I didn't cheat," I said, my voice shaking. "My dad taught me this approach." Mr. Peterson's face hardened. "Your father isn't a mathematician. These methods aren't mathematically sound. They're shortcuts that give you the right answer without understanding why. But they work," I argued, "and I do understand why." "Zero credit," he said firmly. "Next time, use the methods I teach you." I walked out humiliated. That night, I told my dad what happened. He was furious. "Those methods are perfectly valid. They're just not typically taught until graduate-level courses." The next day, my dad came to school with me. He brought 3 advanced calculus textbooks, each showing the exact methods I'd used. Mr. Peterson wouldn't even open them. "With all due respect," my dad said, his engineer's precision evident in every word, "you're teaching outdated methods. The approaches my daughter used are standard in engineering and physics." Mr. Peterson's face flushed. "I've been teaching calculus for 27 years. I think I know what's appropriate for high school students." My dad didn't back down. "Then you should know these methods have been standard for decades. MIT teaches them to freshmen." The tension was unbearable. Other students were watching through the classroom windows. Mr. Peterson finally snapped, "Fine, I'll review her test." He didn't. The 0 remained in the gradebook. My dad escalated to the principal, who suggested a simple solution. I could retake the test using the approved methods, but that wasn't the point. I hadn't done anything wrong. The situation reached its breaking point during Parents' Night. My dad brought Dr. Elaine Chen, his colleague from the university's mathematics department. She reviewed my test in front of Mr. Peterson and the principal. "These solutions are not only correct," she said, "they're elegant. We teach these methods in our undergraduate program. They demonstrate deeper understanding, not less." Mr. Peterson's face went from red to purple. "This is ridiculous. I won't be undermined in my own classroom by a student using tricks." Dr. Chen raised an eyebrow. "Tricks? These are established mathematical approaches published in peer-reviewed journals. Perhaps you're not familiar with them." The principal intervened before Mr. Peterson could respond. "I think we need to reconsider the grading on this test." The next day, Mr. Peterson returned my test with full credit, but added a note: "Correct answers using unauthorized methods." I should have let it go, but something in me snapped. I raised my hand. "Mr. Peterson, what makes a method unauthorized in mathematics? Isn't math about finding valid solutions?" The class went silent. Mr. Peterson stared at me, then said something I'll never forget. "Mathematics is about following instructions, something you clearly struggle with." That weekend, I emailed Dr. Chen asking about summer programs at the university. She responded with an invitation to join their advanced mathematics camp, typically reserved for college freshmen. By senior year, I was taking calculus at the university while my classmates were still with Mr. Peterson. I'd see him in the hallway, and he'd look away. At graduation, our principal announced scholarship recipients. When my name was called for a full mathematics scholarship to MIT, Mr. Peterson's face showed no reaction. But as I walked past him with my diploma, he said quietly, "Congratulations, your methods were valid."